In this session, we will talk about product cost that has a big influence on price setting decisions. Different prices set by managers are the result of different product costs. Imagine the manufacturing company which produces some kind of product. This company's production process is not limited with only a big piece of machinery, but it is a more complex one, starting from purchasing raw materials, processing them, then getting the final good and delivering it to customers. In order to perform such a job, there is a long list of costs of production that will not be discussed in this session, but they will be determined their influence on pricing decisions. Earlier we discussed how firms' revenue changed when there is a change in output. And the next, what we need for a good pricing decision is information changes in costs when there is a change in output. This indicator is called marginal cost, which is the extra cost of producing an additional unit of output, which is equal to the change in cost divided by the change in quantity of output. Here is a scheme of how costs and price are closely related. When a firm sets a higher price, it sells a smaller quantity and its cost of production decreases. Go back to our example of pharmaceutical company, and their cost of developing products is in laboratories, testing on animals, getting approval for sale from Food and Drug Administration, and other development costs do not have an effect on marginal product cost. Because all of this stuff is incurred before a pill of drug is sold to the final customer. In setting an optimal price, the sensitivity of customer and the marginal cost of product are in priority. Most people could argue that pharma companies charge high prices because they spend a lot of their budget on development of their drug sold. But the practice shows that the another picture. Pharma companies set high prices because they're willing to incur high development costs to produce new drugs or new drug products. Determining the approximate marginal costs are much more simpler than getting information on demand for the existing product, as the cost side is always under company's control. This part of business is realized by operations department, which provides different data like marginal cost of product to marketing manager, who's in his or her turn uses it in price setting decisions. Then after we have these two important parts like marginal revenue and marginal cost, we can set an optimal price, which will lead us to higher profit. When a firm changes prices, then there will be significant change in revenue and cost side of company. Consequently, the profit will be changed as it is difference between revenue and cost. And one more time, the firm will be at its top when profit equals to zero. Let's suppose that marketing manager analyzed the elasticity indicator, got the current price for their product and determined the actual marginal revenue is $5, and he also received information from his colleague from operations department on marginal cost information. And this indicator is $3, and with these two information, marketing manager can make decision to continue increase the output, because profit is positive 5 minus 3, and the amount is 2. And from the law of demand, if company increase output, it should decrease the price. But not always this rule works. Again, think about Eddie's company. Even if the company decides to increase the quantity of output, consequently rise the cost of production, there will be no necessity to decrease price. You'll ask why. As you remember, earlier we identified as elasticity and concluded that their customers are not very sensitive to price changes. In other words, the company takes decision of price setting based on two critical points. First one, the elasticity of demand. Second one is marginal cost of product. And the firm sets price as a markup over marginal cost. And the markup is a revenue generated on each sale. The formula of this indicator is price equals to 1 plus markup multiplied by marginal cost. And markup in its turn is 1 divided by elasticity of demand minus 1. Here you have to know that higher the elasticity of demand, lower the markup you can add. If Alice's elasticity of demand at current price is 1.47 and the marginal cost is 0.28 per pill, the next new price will be $0.5 per pill. Then their current market markup is 79%, which is 1 plus 0.79 multiplied by 0.28, and which means that at current price the company already has 79% revenue on each sale. After that, they try the second formula of market based on current elasticity of demand. Also by using the same formula as given, second formula, 1 divided by 1.47 minus 1 is 2.12, which means that according to the information about reaction of people on price change, there is possibility to have markup of more than 200%. Putting this number again into the first formula, we will get price with new markup, which is 0.87 equals 1 plus 2.12 multiplied 28 give this result. As a result, they understood that they have a chance to increase price as their customers are less sensitive to price changes, and they are ready to pay more, up to $0.87 per pill. Okay, we finished the price setting topic, and now let's recollect all the steps into the one whole algorithm. As your current price determines marginal cost and elasticity of demand, you have to identify your optimal price based on these indicators. If your optimal price is higher than your current price, then you can increase your price. Then you have to analyze your marginal cost and elasticity again and repeat the process. If the optimal price is smaller than your current price, then you have to decrease your price. Then assess your marginal cost and elasticity and repeat the process. And the next one, if the current price and the optimal price are equal or similar, then you will not change your price. But you have to know that even if your customers are not price sensitive, you have not to increase price to maximum immediately. When you raise your price, you could change the elasticity of demand. But it's not fact that nobody is sure about what will be tomorrow. And price should be rising slightly over 5%, 10, 15 and 20%, and see the reaction of your customers on price change. After that, you'll be sure about your optimal price.